Hello, boys. Well, just wanted to get in touch with you before you started your online learning tomorrow. I think it's fair to say that this is not the way we'd absolutely prefer things to be. We would rather that you were here in the classrooms, talking with each other, being out on Johnson, kicking a ball around, being up in the drama studio. But that's not the way the world has gone, and we do think that this sort of online learning is really going to work well for you to be able to keep that education going in these couple of weeks. So it's also fair to say that there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing in the next few weeks that we've actually wanted to do for a long time. So some of that flipped learning, the blended learning, that online being able to do it in different environments at the same time, they're things that we've been talking around for a little while. It's a whole lot more turbocharged now. We've had to do in 2 weeks what we were thinking might happen in about 2 or 3 years. But here we are. I walked around last Thursday and Friday as a lot of you were doing those sample lessons, and it was really clear how much you were taking responsibility and how much you were learning. I'd go into classes where there were 8, 10 kids, and they were all in different classes with different teachers doing different things. But that responsibility was just really kicking in, and everybody was working really well. So I also think that when everybody comes back, it's actually going to mean there's a slightly newer and better normal for what the schools will look like. We will be able to use a lot of these techniques and a lot of the blended learning, a lot of the Zoom in your classes so that we can get more flexible learning to you, more individual learning. So I think it'll actually make your classes and the work and the education you get that much more interesting. So let's look at some practical things about online learning. Firstly, choosing where you're going to be in your house. I think it's important to get somewhere that's quiet, if possible, somewhere that also has a good desk and chair so you've got room for your computer and also for a book, for pen, paper, that sort of thing. I don't think your bed is a good idea. Just like we wouldn't have beds in your classes, I don't think it's a good idea to use those at home for your learning. Secondly, let's think about the class itself. You should be there on time so that the teacher can mark the attendance roll. There are attendance rolls being marked. When the teacher's talking or giving you instructions and things like that, please make sure that you're really giving it your full attention. You're not engaging with some offline chat about the colour of your teacher's tie or something like that. It's important that you are there, focused, a part of the lesson, and getting involved. The teachers are trying something really new and they've got so up to speed so quickly, and we really are asking you to be responsible and exercise that maturity so that it works as seamlessly as possible. So it's important to do those things while you're in the classes. Treat it like a sort of strange school day rather than a day at home in which there seems to be lessons getting beamed in. So it's important to look after yourself at this time as well. Eat as healthily as you can. Get some exercise, whether that's throwing a ball to your dog in the backyard or taking them for a walk or getting on some piece of personal fitness equipment, and just trying to get some fresh air as well. You can do that at recess and lunchtime and after school. It's important to keep practicing personal hygiene, so that's washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, I think the rule is, and not touching your face as much as possible. I know a lot of people find that hard, as do I, but that's an important element too. Do try to keep social distancing where you can. You know the rules about 1.5 meters at least between people. So the next thing to think about is being good to your family. You're going to be probably cooped up with them a lot more than you are usually, with a lot fewer other contacts. So it's important to look after their welfare, to think whereabouts their heads are, what they're doing in their schoolwork, and how they're coping with their work as well, and all of the stresses that they're bringing. So in your family, as much as you can be the solution rather than the problem, that would be a really good thing. It's going to be a really different, challenging, interesting couple of weeks educationally. We are really planning to have the best possible sort of education for you in these weeks, but I'd be lying if I said we're not really looking forward to having you back here physically on the campus as soon as we can get you all back. So looking forward to seeing you again soon, and go well.